Welcome back to atCAMS, and today we are in Columbia, South Carolina in the beautiful dealership of Mcdaniels, Acura, and Killian Road. Today we're gonna get to ride along in the nothing else but the Acura NSx, the legendary iconic sports car from Japan. This car was introduced in 1990 as an answer to Italy for Ferrari and Lamborghinis. And this time Acura came with the right answer. The answer was the NSx. How's that possible? That Japan was trying to compete and beat Ferrari in their own game, and they did. They exceeded the expectations because they built a car, a super exotic car that works. So when we look at the NSx, we see a super sports car on the flesh. Look at this, guys. It's such an appealing car to look at. It has the Acura super LED lights, the jewel lights right here in the front end, the most brilliant lights on the market. It's kind of a laser looking, a katana blade shape in their headlamps. Also has the functional air vents right here for to cool the components in the car. Super aggressive front end. Look at that car, guys. It just reeks luxurious. It just reeks luxury and super sports car appeal. Check this out. Side vents to keep the engine cool all the time. It has a 3.5 engine, twin turbo, twin scroll with 573 horsepower. Let's open the trunk right here. It's a complete state of art. Trunk space is really decent. You can fit a golf bag according to Acura, and to my clinical eye right here, I can tell you that they're not lying. So you're not sacrificing or compromising utility on this vehicle. Now we're gonna get to see the interior of the Acura NSx. It has leather materials on the doors and the door panels right here. All leather materials, Alcantara materials in it. Hand stitching in it, also 3 different memories. Getting inside of the cabin, we get to see the steering wheel. It's a nice, grippy, perfect size steering wheel. You have your parking button, reverse button, neutral button, and drive, automatic drive and manual drive. And the NSx engraved in your center console. Also, you have your little cubby hole right here in the center console with some USB ports right there and some room for some cell phones and your ELS sound system. From a different perspective, right now I'm using the wide angle camera. This is what you're gonna get to see when you get inside of the Acura NSx. Let's see if we can see the front end of the car. Basically, we have the basic layout for the radiator and electronic components. I believe that the electric motors are hidden right under here. And this car is equipped with the magnetic dampers. This is what it looks like when you get to see the magnetic dampers top end. These dampers are filled with oil and magnetic components right there. Every damper works up to 1,000 times per second to keep the right quality of this car well planted. The heat exhaust vent right here, pretty functional to keep the front end cool. The seats are well padded on the sides. We're gonna get ready to race this car in a minute with Mr. Bill Mcdaniels itself. This is really cool. This is a really cool experience for any car reviewer.
We got 3 different dynamic modes that we can drive in, which is the silent mode, which you can drive this car without any problem as a commuter, without, you know, but that's no fun. Then you have a sport mode, and then we're going to a sport plus mode.
All right.
That is what we're going to go and take a flight in. And so now we got the oil pressure up, we got a nice warm and everything, and we'll see what this 573 horsepower will do with these 3 electric motors that's tied to the wheels.
All right.
And I will promise you, it will take your breath away.
That's what we're expecting here at atCAMS. We're with Bill McDaniels from Mcdaniels Acura in Columbia, South Carolina.
Do not call the highway patrol on us.
Oh no, we're not going to do that. So guys, keep it cool, all right? This is pure torque from the, oh my God, from the Acura NSx 2017. This is a supercar right here, right now, super available and attainable. This car competes with cars that are $1 million vehicles, such as La Ferrari, Porsche 918, and McLaren P1.
Absolutely.
Yes, this car is the car that you need to buy, because what's happening with this car is for $175,000 you get a hybrid supercar that is not a gas guzzler and is not a car that you cannot maintain. It has the reliability that Acura and Honda has built for years, and you can get this car as a commuter and as a track toy, you name it. This is a dream, right, Mr. McDaniels?
Absolutely. And now we're going to let it just go through the gears, right?
All right.
Okay.
We're ready. The launch control of this car is ridiculous. It's like you're in a Formula One car. But this car has everything that Formula One has been using for years. It's the most rigid chassis in the industry, with exotic materials such as aluminum, carbon fiber, and steel. There is no way that you can let past this car for any other sports car in this price range, because you're buying the budget super sports car.
The beautiful part about these cars is that they are daily drivers as well. With the different modes that you have, you can set this thing to just a sports mode, and then you can set it to a quiet mode, and you can see how quiet it is on the inside. Sometimes I think a lot of people that buy the exotics, they get tired of the bracket after a while and the noise, and they just like to, okay, on the weekends I'll take it out and I can listen to it for a little while. But the typical driver of these type of cars, like a Porsche 911 Twin Turbo S,
yes,
they put less than 3,000 miles a year on it, because it doesn't have this fixture right here that you can actually drive the car as a driver. And as you can tell right now how smooth it is and how quiet it is. Yeah. And then if you want to turn it into a beast, all you have to do is flip a couple switches, and we can turn it into a beast. Like this. Listen to that. That exhaust note is addictive. You can get addicted to this exhaust note in less than a second. This car is an investment. When I talk about investment, is like normally when we buy a supercar, we get to purchase $300,000-$400,000 vehicle, and it's gonna go down to $100,000, $150,000, $70,000. But in the Acura NSx, it's completely the opposite. Or if you don't believe me, ask all those customers who own a previous version. The Mark I Acura NSx is going up in price, and this car is expected to go in the same way. First generation of the Acura NSx, on the model car they sent us, those cars now, they were a limited production back in 2000, I'm telling my age, in 91. Those car model that they built, they're over $3,500 a piece right now. Yes. Just the models. Yes, sir. Just the models. But this car is unbelievable the way it handles and drives and performs. And like I said, I think the best characteristic of it all is the fact that you can use it as a daily driver, or, you know, if you want to go and take it to the track, take it to the track. I mean, it's going to respond for you, and you get a whole lot more enjoyment out of it than a lot of the exotics that you can only take to the track, or, you know, you just get tired of. You don't have turbo light. That doesn't exist in this vehicle. You guys have seen it. From the front POV camera right on top of the car, and the interior, you can see the spit building up and our bodies and our torsos going against the seat. Seating position is perfect. Side bolstering is like hugging you around your body, so you stay in place whenever you take this car on the track, and your wife, your girlfriend, your kids are not gonna be uncomfortable.
when I got the experience to go inside of a McLaren 570C, you have to be an acrobat to get inside or outside of that car. If you're a person who's not willing to do that every day, you're not going to use that car. You're going to waste your money on that. When you get this car, the easy access in and out of this car is terrific. You will be surprised how easy it is to get in and out of this vehicle. So, Mr. McDaniel, I have a quick question.
Okay.
You own multiple sports cars, such as Porsches and NSx's, Audis. So, how your fleet looks like right now? How many cars do you have, and how long you've been driving super sports cars?
Well, you know, we've had Acura, the NSx, the first NSx was back in 1989. I got Porsche in 2000. So I've been driving an array of Porsche products, as well as the Audi R8 V10. I got a chance to drive that in 2014 in Barcelona, Spain.
Oh, really? That's nice.
That's a nice car, don't get me wrong.
Yes, sir.
But I like this car better. And I like the design of this car. This car is just absolutely a 10 plus when you look at the design. It's beautiful, and it gives you a feel of a super sports car, which that's what this thing is. And but you know, this thing is not going to go to the shop every 5 minutes with you either, and you don't have to spend $10,000 to get an oil change, and you don't have to drop the engine to get the oil change. The basic maintenance on it is very, very inexpensive, and it's of all the supercars, the maintenance on this thing is probably 10% of what a Ferrari or all of the twin turbo Porsches or things. And by the way, the gas mileage on this thing, if you drive it, is 30 miles to a gallon.
What?
So, yeah. So I mean, put it in the quiet mode and let's drive it. And that's the kind of engineer that Honda did when they built the car for the Acura division.
This is something that you need to take and pay attention, because if you're in the $100,000 and $200,000 price range supercar, you can get the Porsche RS GT3, you can get the GT4, you can get some Lamborghini Huracans in the used market, but why would you get in trouble with those kind of vehicles? You can get this car for $175,000, and you can find one in Mcdaniels Acura in Columbia, South Carolina. We have it available, it's here for sale, and if you cannot find this car anywhere in the United States, you should call Acura Mcdaniels in Columbia, South Carolina, and they will give you the best price, the best deal for it, and also service. And I believe that you guys also deliver, right?
Yes,
across the United States.
Yes. And let me also point out too, Ozzy, most of the supercar manufacturers and most of the dealers, when they get a brand new car like this that's first on the market, they jack the price of the car up $50,000 to $100,000.
I've seen that multiple times.
Okay. Well, I don't believe in that. I believe that we need to take care of our customers and give them a chance to drive the car. And if you look on eBay right now, there's a few of these cars out, and they're asking $250,000, $225,000. We will not charge anything but what is the suggested price on the car, which on this particular one is $172,000. And you know, we want a long-term relationship with the customer, and we don't want you to come back and say, I got gouged. And in my opinion, you did get gouged.
Yes,
okay?
That's true.
So we do not play those games here at Mcdaniels Acura.
You heard that, guys?
Yes.
And this is straight from Bill McDaniel, the owner of Mcdaniels Acura and Mcdaniels Auto Group here in Columbia, South Carolina. You guys are not buying a car, you're buying the experience, and that's what you guys got to get in your mind, is the experience that you're gonna get in a supercar, reliable as the Acura NSx. So this is atCAMS. I'm gonna say goodbye at this time. I had a blast with Mr. Bill McDaniel here with his Acura NSx. I hope that we're gonna get to have other products to show you guys in atCAMS from Mcdaniels Auto Group. And thank you for your likes, your sharing, and your subscribing. Keep doing it.
Absolutely, but I think you should have one more breathtaking moment before we say goodbye.
All right,
okay?
So
before we take this baby back and put it in the showroom here.
Check this out. Oh! Woohoo! This is amazing. McDaniels Auto Group in Columbia, South Carolina. This is atCAMS. I'm Mr. Bill McDaniels in life here. I can't even talk. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, Mr. McDaniels.